Hey everybody, what's good? So just not too long ago, OpenAI just opened up their Dalle3 API,
Good morning. Welcome to our first ever OpenAI Dev Day.
which is something I've been looking forward to. So OpenAI opened up their API. Ironic, isn't it? So in this video, we are going to be interacting with that API. We'll be building a front end in HTML, and then we'll have some Python code running in the background to just interact with the API. We'll do some posts and some GET requests. We'll have an image being generated on the main front end, and yeah. So let's just jump into it. So first thing that I like to do is just to create a folder inside my documents. Dalle3, all right, okay, cool. Get inside there, you can open it in terminal, and you can type code dot. This will open. I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code, so it just opens that folder in Visual Studio Code. So right inside here, create another folder and call it templates. Okay, and inside this templates folder, create a file and call it index.html. So this is going to be for our front end. All right, so I already have the code for the HTML. Just gonna throw it in there so that I don't bore you writing all of this HTML stuff. I'm just gonna walk you through it. So we've got our head there and our title, and we've got some styling for the HTML page that we've just built. Some styling for the form, the label, the inputs, the buttons there, and the generated image as well. Yeah, so I had to go in here and give it like a width of 50%, max width of 100%, and there's some comments here. And this code is going to be on GitHub, so you can just spin it up as you are following this tutorial, so that we can do it together. So we've got a body here, and we've got an h2. Oops, let's go ahead and change that to 2. All right, save that. And yeah, we've got a post request, and that's going to be going to that endpoint there. And yeah, we'll be fetching also from there. And yeah, we've got the script. I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and save this and check it out. So Dalle3, and let's just open it up and see how that looks. All right, so this is our simple interface. You could type something here, and you click the generate button, and it will just display the image here. All right, so obviously right now it won't generate anything because we haven't put the logic for the Python yet. All right, so that's what we're gonna go ahead now to do. Let's go ahead and close this up, create a new file. We'll call it up.py. All right, so inside here, let's do a few things. So we're gonna start with from Flask. Let's go import Flask, and we'll also import the render template, and we'll also import the request. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and import also requests. All right, that's good. Up is equal to Flask, and yeah, here we are. Let's say at up dot route, and single quotes, we'll do a forward slash. All right, let's go ahead outside that, say diff index brackets, and we'll just do full colon there, and we'll do a return here, and let's say render template, and then in brackets single quotes, we'll call our index.html file that we just created. All right, so next we're gonna also say up route. Let's also define the route for the generation. So here in single quotes, let's say we defined it as, let me just check. Oh yeah, so we defined it as backslash get image. That's what we're going to be defining here. All right, so backslash get image. Outside that, let's do a comma, and then we'll say methods be equal to single quotes. This will be a post method. Okay, looks good. Let's go to the next line. Let's go def. Let's generate image, brackets and full color. Okay, here let's go ahead and define the OpenAI API key, and this will be equal to single quotes. I already have this, so I'm just gonna pull it up in a moment. API URL, and this also, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and type it HTTPS. We go on, let's go API dot openai.com backslash, this is v1 images backslash generations. Okay, looks good so far. Let's go ahead and now define the headers. Okay, so inside here we are going to say content, that should be content type, and just right outside that we'd say the content type will be application /JSON. Okay, next to that, let's say the authorization. For the authorization, we shall say f then single quotes bearer, then we'll call the OpenAI key here. Okay, not exactly sure why I'm getting that. Not exactly sure why I'm getting that. Okay, let's just finish here and we'll come and fix this. All right, so let's say data is equal to request to JSON. Next, let's go say response is equal to requests dot post. Okay, and in brackets we'll call the API URL here, and then we'll call the headers, which will be equal to headers, and we'll call the JSON here, which will be equal to data. Okay, so we'll proceed. Let's do an if here. If response dot status code is 200 colon, then the result should be equal to response dot JSON in it. Okay, let's go generate image URL. We go to result. Oops, glitch there. So result and inside this we'll say data, and just right outside that we'll put 0, and right outside that we'll say in single quotes we'll give it URL. Okay, so next let's go return, and we'll return our generated image URL here. All right, so just right inside this, actually we'll do an else statement here. I think I seem to be missing something. Yeah, actually this is not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. So do a return here. Oops, what am I missing? What am I missing? I seem to be missing something. Error. Full column and Kelly versus let's go say response, and then we'll call the status code here, and let's see comma, and we'll call again the response, and we'll define text here. Okay, so I'll do a final if statement, and we can use that. So it's gonna be name, we could do single brackets here, we'll just say main. Okay, and close it up, upload run, and in brackets let's go debug is equal to true. Okay, so far so good. That looks good. Seem to be getting an error here. I can't seem to figure out why, but okay, let's go ahead and save this. You can open a new terminal. Let's try to run it and see where the errors will come from. Just trying to check exactly where we're getting these errors right. Okay, so let's say Python 3, and for you maybe you might just need to run Python, so I'm just going to say up.py. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we seem to be getting an error here. Let's see. Oh, okay, all right. So the error we're getting here is because we didn't put a comma there. All right, so looks good. Let's go ahead and save that and try to run it again. Right, so it's running on port 5000. Let's go and check out that port. Yeah, so you can see it's running here, but it's not going to generate. So let's just try something maybe realistic. Mango character in the jungle, something like that, you know. So when you hit the that endpoint, it's not going to generate anything because we haven't put our key yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that key now. You can see it didn't get anything. All right. So I have my key here. I already created an OpenAI key, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this, and we shall just go and put it in here. Save that. Okay, just gonna reload that, and now when we try to generate, it should give us actually, you know what, let's go ahead and copy this and just reload this. Okay, so paste that there. Now let's go ahead and click generate. You can see that we have a get request here that we've thrown, and in a moment you're gonna see a post request, a post method here, and the image will be generated here. Go ahead and play around with this, you know. Kids in a village, you know, in I don't know, something like that. Let's just see what happens there. So if we check the logs here, we should, so this is probably something that, you know, you could play around with. I've noticed that it probably needs for you to refresh it again. So when you do a refresh, you can see it throws that method again, and I think the image should be generated in a moment. I mean, you could be more detailed with the prompt to get the face, the details and everything, but this is it. And thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you learned something new today, and like, subscribe and share. Leave a comment if you have a question, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, cheers.